Imagine a country with almost no natural resources. No oil, no gold, and no vast farmland. Just a small island with limited land and water. Yet today, Singapore is one of the richest and most developed countries in the world. Its GDP per capita is higher than many Western nations. It has one of the busiest ports on the planet, one of the strongest economies in Asia, and one of the most advanced cities on Earth. So the question is simple: how did Singapore become so rich without natural resources? When Singapore gained independence in 1965, the situation was far from promising. The country had no natural resources, very little land, and even limited drinking water. Unemployment was high, housing was scarce, and the future looked uncertain. At that time, many people believed Singapore would struggle to survive as an independent nation. But one leader had a very different vision. His name was Lee Kuan Yew. He believed that Singapore's strength would not come from natural resources, but from people, strategy, and smart economic planning. One of Singapore's greatest advantages was its location. The country sits along one of the busiest shipping routes in the world. Ships traveling between Asia, Europe, and the Middle East often pass through this region. Instead of relying on resources underground, Singapore decided to focus on trade. Over time, the country developed one of the largest and most efficient ports in the world. Today, the port of Singapore is among the busiest ports on Earth. Millions of containers move through it every year, connecting businesses and markets across the globe. This transformed Singapore into a powerful global trade hub. But trade was only the beginning. Singapore also focused on building a strong financial system. Over the years, global banks and multinational corporations began opening offices in the city. Investors were attracted by Singapore's stability, strong laws, and business-friendly policies. Today, Singapore is considered one of the world's major financial centers. Alongside cities like New York, London, and Hong Kong, Singapore plays an important role in the global financial system. Companies from around the world use Singapore as a gateway to Southeast Asia, bringing investment, jobs, and rapid economic growth. Without natural resources to rely on, Singapore invested heavily in education and human capital. The government focused on building high-quality schools and universities, especially in science, engineering, and technology. The goal was clear: create a highly skilled workforce capable of competing in the global economy. This strategy allowed Singapore to attract advanced industries such as electronics manufacturing, biotechnology, finance, and logistics. Over time, Singapore's workforce became one of the most productive and highly skilled in Asia. At the same time, Singapore focused on building world-class infrastructure. The city invested in modern transportation systems, efficient public services, high-quality housing, and green urban spaces. Even though land is extremely limited, careful planning allowed the country to develop a clean, organized, and highly efficient city. Today, Singapore is often described as a smart city, one of the most modern and well-managed urban environments in the world. Tourists, investors, and global companies all see Singapore as a safe, stable, and innovative place to live and do business. Singapore's success proves something very important. Natural resources are not the only path to prosperity. Vision, leadership, education, and smart economic strategy can transform even the smallest nation. From a struggling island in 1965, Singapore has grown into one of the most powerful and advanced economies in Asia. Its story shows that sometimes the greatest resource a country can have is not oil, gold, or land, but its people.